Hello, right, I'm here at last. Great, couldn't make it Wednesday. So sorry about that, guys. And let's just do that. And in the meantime, I've had a haircut and I've just spilled the cards all over the floor. So, hi, Lynn Wilson. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Cat Mama. Meow to you. Wicked Fairy. Mitzi is here. Philip Corrigan is here too. Julianne is here. Watching episodes of Outlander while waiting. Oh, well. Right, I don't know that one. Maybe I live in the wrong place to know that one, but it makes me think of Children of the Corn, spill the blood of the Outlanders, scary stuff. Anyway, we won't dwell on scary stuff like that tonight. Who else we got then? Let's have a look. Cool, quite a lot of chat gone on already. Brilliant. I'm really glad you guys all came on. Beverly Spencer, hi. Yeah, cool. Too many to mention, but absolutely brilliant. There's people watching. This is absolutely lovely. So Wednesday, I had a friend in need who I went down to see in the village. Hello, Sandra Daly, by the way. And Austin, hi to you. Thanks for coming along. And it's one of those situations where you can't just walk away, And it was after midnight UK when I got back here, which is like 4 p.m. Pacific, I know. But it was after midnight here, so I wouldn't have been any good, so I thought I'd let it go. Debbie Ann is here. Hi to you in Arizona. Hi from me in Wales. And Rick Gonzalez is here too. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so I've moved things around a bit. Just sitting in a slightly different part of the room with my laptop tonight. Anyway, here we go. Let's pull a Moonology card just for absolutely everyone. This isn't for anyone in particular. It's for all. Well, it's for you in particular if you're watching, but it's for everyone. It's the mutable moon, and it says, nothing is yet set in stone. And we're more than a week away from the full moon at the moment, so the moon is kind of on the wane, on the rise, and this is actually a time when lots of new things do start coming into being, and then we get to the full moon, and it's bang, everything sort of starts taking off, we hope. But this is a good time for start not just planning stuff, but manifesting stuff, really. And I tell you what, I just noticed another card. I get drawn to cards sometimes when I'm looking at them, and it's this one to go with it. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Okay, so meditate and contemplate because, like the first card said, nothing is yet set in stone. So, think about that one. When you really think about it, actually, very few things are ever actually set in stone. Just about everything will give in if you try to change it, if you need to change it, particularly for a good reason. Julianne, Andy, is the veil permanently thinned? Well, my hair is certainly permanently thinned, although I think it'll grow back. I think it's thinning out all the time, Julie. And if it ever thickens again, it's certainly not going to be in our lifetime or even like our great-grandchildren's lifetime. This is something that it was very significant at 2012, Julie, and everyone. 2012, this was when the veil really did thin out a lot, there was a noticeable change in it then, and it was predicted then that there would be a lot more mediums. I started doing this in 2009, and I noticed a lot more people were coming through and coming into mediumship, and it was people you'd never have thought would be into mediumship or even want to do it, and there were more and more of us. And there still are, really. Some people kind of give it up and step back from it, but once they've got that gift, they'll always come back in. And I think the veil is permanently thinned, actually. Except to say, I haven't got enough foresight to know what's going to happen like in sort of 200 years from now. What I do know from a meditation that I was in once, where there was sort of Pleiadian light beings involved, is that the Earth is really a very young planet, and the idea that we're going to kill it, it's going to end, it can't happen. It can't happen. The forces that put this planet here are much too strong, and thousands of years into the future, there are still people. We look different, we act different, we're made up differently. It's all a matter of survival, really. But we do learn learn. The human race does learn. And when I think of that, I think the veil's got to be a lot thinner then, just for that to even happen. Got a really, really big mug at the moment. The cats can't get their heads in this one, you see. So it's my private thing that doesn't get kind of cat smells all over it. Okay, but yeah, our spiritual maturity affects it. It most certainly does, Julie. And this is a thing about time, you know, because we're always reincarnating, you know. Probably we were the same group of souls that were around in ancient times when we were like cavemen and you know, right back then, because reincarnation keeps going. There is a limited number of souls basically, and I think there always will be. And I don't know who put the limit on it, and I don't know what the limit is, but there's this group of souls that keeps on reincarnating, keeps on recycling. There's a card, it might come up tonight, it sometimes does. There's a card in what's it called, Keepers of the Light, called Mintarkan, and it takes us all the way back to Lemuria. And that card is, you know, when I pull that card for someone, it is specifically for them, but it's a fact of the soul life of the human psyche, really, the whole soul life of it, that we do go back that far, you know, we really do. So in lots of ways, it's a magical time, particularly because I think that the veil is thinner than it's ever been. But what is a bit of a problem is that the people are thicker than they've ever been as well. I don't mean to insult anybody who's watching this or anybody who's into psychic stuff at all, but so many people now put a wall up and refuse to believe in anything, you know, at all kind of cosmic or mystical, and it creates problems. I mean, like Bill Gates has got a book out, and apparently it's a lot of rubbish. I haven't read it. I didn't want to spend any money on it, to be quite honest, but he's buying up huge amounts of farmland, and he's saying, you know, this is great because kind of the old ways of farming are no good. He's completely got it wrong, you know, he's completely got it wrong, but people follow that, you know, people just jump on the bandwagon, people believe absolutely anything as long as it's a rich person saying it, because hey, they're rich, they must have all the answers, mustn't they? And no, they haven't got the answers really. They've got trumped up answers that kind of keep them where they're at. Oh, anyway, bit of a rant there, but yeah, the veil is certainly thinner. I think people are fighting it off more than they ever have done, you know. Cat Mama Meow says, well done, well, Andy. She says, well, Andy, you are just keeping it real. Yeah, that's where it's at, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. And hi, Celtic Tarot Sheila, by the way. And yes, it is easier to access the energy today than it's ever been. That is very, very true. And yet so many people want to fight it off and say, you know, it's rubbish, it's nonsense. But, you know, what's going to happen when you think of how much is going to have to actually change for anything? Excuse me a minute, there's a cat trying to come in. Let me just pull the door open. There we go. Hello, Marcy. Marcy might come up on the bed and join us in a minute. I'm perched on the end of the bed here. What was I going to say? Oh, cats, they make you forget what you were going to say. Cheryl Fry says, when I was about 12, I told my mother that all souls are recycled, and she looked at me like I had horns growing out of my head. Cheryl, I know what you're talking about. I really do. I can well imagine. There was, and there probably still is, actually, a sort of veil among people that people kind of big up themselves. For example, right, my first experience of people believing in this kind of thing was when I was perhaps 12 years old, and I saw an ad in the local paper for a clairaudient medium, and I asked my mum what that was, and she told me, and I said, that can't possibly be real, can it? And my mum said, well, I don't believe in it at all, but some people, if they really, really listen, they can hear something. It's psychic. And, you know, in some parts of the world, the police actually use this information, and it really does work. But I don't believe in it. So, you know, she did believe in it because she just told me what it was all about. But she, you know, this is it. I mean, for example, once I was on this chat room on eBay, because I had an eBay shop, and eBayers would chat to each other on there. And on this eBay forum thing. There were some people saying, oh, I don't believe in this psychic rubbish. And I said, well, no, it's not rubbish. Believe me, it's for real. And I said, okay. I said, right, the first 5 names, the first 5 people that type yes, I will do a 1-card reading for, which I did. And they all said the same thing. That was amazing. Absolutely hit the spot. Must have been a fluke. People just don't want to believe in it. It's a great shame they don't want to believe in it. Sandy, yes, I knew it existed at 7 when I got a message from Spirit. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I can well and truly believe that. I really can. I'm joined by a cat again. Here we go. Come and say hello, Marcy. Got a quick look at Marcy's eyes there. She doesn't make a lot of eye contact with the laptop because she doesn't understand why I talk to it, do you, baby? Hey? You don't understand why I talk to the laptop. But I do, because that's my friends, you see. This is it. Computers have your friends in once you get going. Well, she's here to stay anyway. And so, Sharon, you got your wish. She heard you. She's joined us. Earth Mama Gates didn't do so well with his Earth Seed storage unit. No, he didn't. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Crazy stuff. Priya, hi, just nice to see you. I'm doing very well, thanks. Hope you're doing good too. It's been a mad week this week in Twig Brother World, but there we go. Still around, still going, and I still will be in thousands of years. And yes, Chris Engel, that is really good news. It really is. Excellent. Okay. But yeah, people think loudly sometimes. There's no stopping it. And then too, that is a big thing, you know. People think loudly, psychically. We can all pick this stuff up from each other. But so many are afraid to believe there's anything real about it. They really are. Okay. Let's get going with a question, guys. I just noticed it's 12:27 and I haven't done a question yet. Wicked Fairy is asking, Andy, I did a meditation using singing bowls. Excuse me. And I felt a vibration down my legs. What does this mean? Well, the first thing I'll do a card or two about this, actually, Wicked Fairy, but the first thing I'm picking up is that it's like a connection to the ground. You know, we talk about grounding and spiritual protection, which go together. When you're actually using a thing like a singing bowl or you know, something that produces a musical sound and you have spiritual intentions behind it, there is a kind of electrical charge almost that goes with anything spiritual because it's a vibration, you know, and that really connects you to the ground, particularly when your intent is spiritual. And that's what I'm picking up. That's not a really sort of wacky out there theory or anything. That's absolutely real. And it works, but I'm sure there is more to it, actually. What I feel, Wicked Fairy, is that it was healing coming in. You know, that's the feeling I've got, really, that it was healing coming in. Probably not healing for your actual legs, though. I think legs was just where you felt it. You know, like any kind of spiritual healing energy, it can enter the body anywhere and it will find its place to when it's needed. So there was some of that going on as well. Into the future, I just like hanging out and chatting with you guys too. So great stuff. But yeah, Wicked Fair, that makes sense to you. Brilliant. Okay, let's do an angel card, though. This is the card I'm drawn to. Oh, right. Archangel Gabriel. There he is at the top, Archangel Gabriel, complete with cat. And at the bottom it says communication. And what he's got there is he's got his heart chakra really showing up. And Marcy is away already, and she's knocked the card out of my hand. But hey, who cares? The card is here. That's the main thing. Communication. This is really something to do with what was going on, Wicked Fairy. Looking for healing, clearing old energy. Well, communication is certainly going to do that. But, you know, vibration is very good for that. I don't know if, I mean, there are so many different ways people have. I don't know if any of you guys do this, but I'm sure some of you do. I use, I've got 2 tuning forks. One of them is tuned to 4/3 is it? I think it's 432 hertz, the healing frequency. And the other one is tuned to Om. It's a bit deeper. I use those to cleanse my crystals. So most certainly, you know, I'm sure there would be some cleansing going on. A singing bowl is bound to do that because of the vibration, you know. This is one of the reasons people use them. It really is, Wicked Fairy. And if that was your intent, you see, intent is everything. And if that was your intent, that is what it will have done. Absolutely, for sure. Okay. Sheila, Inquisitive Tarot, good evening to you. Or good afternoon, good morning. Depends where you are in the world. But hi, hope you're having a good day. I really do. And Sharon Lees, yes, I am familiar too. I've had tuning fork healing sessions. Yeah, it's an amazing energy. It really is. And even after it's gone quiet, you can put it on something like a block of wood where it can resonate. And you can actually still hear it resonating. They resonate for a long, long time after you actually strike them. You really do. For example, right, in big Gothic cathedrals, a lot of big buildings, concert halls, anything like that, you do actually get something. I mean, like in St. Paul's Cathedral in London, when you take your hands off the organ keys, the sound keeps going for 13 seconds afterwards. And there's a lot to be said about that theory, that all the big cathedrals and churches that we had, particularly the Gothic ones, the medieval design, was actually all about healing people, much less what the church claims for itself today. Sandy S is asking, Andy, could I get a card on returning to education system to do counselling with kids? You most certainly can. I think this is a tarot one. And is Danny Bathrobe Tarot here? I don't know, Sheila. He hasn't kind of typed in yet. I think I'd have noticed if he had. Marcy's back. Here we go. Look, you can see the black tail, like the shark fin in Jaws, really coming in, knock my cards out of my hands. Card for Sandy S, though. Card for Sandy S. This is what we're doing. Okay. Number 4, the Emperor, right? Now, this really is all about resources, okay? So basically, in terms of going back, returning to education, going back to that system, you do have knowledge which is needed there. You are actually going to be able to make a difference. They are going to value you when you get there. Excuse me, I'm just sort of fighting around the cat at the moment. But yeah, you're going to be needed, Sandy. That's what this is saying. It's all about resources. I also, for whatever reason, I'm particularly drawn to the bushes in the background that have had topiary done. And they've all been cut so neat, as if nature has been trimmed down to kind of make an easier shape. And what's that telling me? What's that telling me? Come on, guys. It's just really kind of, I think, Sandy, you're going to have to knock the rough edges off a bit. We all get a little bit rusty when we haven't done something for a while, you know. But don't fear it, because the Emperor always is about resources, you know. It's always about something that you've got to offer or something the universe is going to offer you. And I would say that as a mutual thing, Sandy. You've got something to offer. They've got something to offer you. Feels like it's going to work to me, Sandy, and I wish you the very best of luck with that. I don't think you're going to need a lot of luck, actually, but I wish you luck. Excuse me, I'll wish you luck anyway. As Rick says, yes, please, thumbs up if you're enjoying this. In fact, even if you think it sucks, but you just want to support Psychic YouTube, give me a thumbs up, because it always helps. It always really, really helps, you know? Okay. Right, now then, let me just scroll up, because I just know I've missed stuff as I'm going. Okay. Right, Lynn Wilson, let us go to you, my friend. And Sam's saying, yes, St. Paul has an amazing energy. It's magic. I always burn a candle. Yeah, because Sam is in London there, actually. And yeah, a little known thing about St. Paul's Cathedral in London. There was an organist there called Herbert Howells. He was born in the 1890s. He physically died and went to the other side in the early 1980s. So he lived to quite an age. And from a very young age, he had something called Graves' disease, which nowadays we'd call cancer. you know, and he was the first person ever to have radiation treatment, and they injected him with this radioactive fluid every month, and they didn't know what they were doing, you know, but he was organist of St. Paul's Cathedral, and somehow the magic kept working, and he was always healed. And while he was being healed, he wrote some wonderful music, actually. If you ever get a chance, look up Herbert Howells. It's lovely music. Lynn Wilson, will my call with unemployment tomorrow expedite my appeal, or will there be another delay? Okay, so let's start off with the first part of that then. Will my call with unemployment tomorrow expedite my appeal? And a very slow yes. It's not going to speed it up as much as you'd like it to, Lynn, but it is going to speed it up a bit. Okay. Now then, will there be another delay, please? It's just standing still, Lynn. It's not moving at all there. So looks like no energy behind the idea of there being another delay. But it did say on the first part of it, will it expedite your appeal? Just a little bit. Okay, I'm afraid I can't see fast-moving progress there, I'm afraid. But, you know, there is definitely some progress. And I wish you well with that, actually. I've had a little run-in with the British laws about all that stuff in the last week or so, because, as you know, I'm allowed to monetize my YouTube channel. I've kind of passed all the milestones, and thanks so much, you guys, for all your help with that. But then I found out, right, I'm on a disability pension, and because it's a government disability pension, if I start running a business, then I would just lose that disability pension. This is one of the problems of a welfare state. A private company would have to pay me, but they don't. So you will not be seeing any ads on the channel in any time soon, if at all, quite honestly. And I'm quite happy about that, because I'm not really keen to put ads on here. Sam says, hey, Andy, Graves' disease is to do with hypothyroid, not cancer. Ah, right. Well, in any case, they filled him up with radioactive fluid. They didn't know what they were doing, and he survived, you know. He survived. And I would put a lot of that down to the fact that he lived his whole life in cathedrals. He wasn't just organist of St. Paul's. He was a cathedral organist all over the place. Salisbury. He went to America. He wrote a wonderful service for a church in Dallas called the Dallas Service, and it's all his music is lovely. Right, cat mama meow, meow to you. Meow, says Marcy. Okay, Andy, are there any messages for me from the other side, from pets or people of guides, any at all? Okay, right. Well, I've got my familiar with me, so let's tune in. Right, there's a white cat. There's a white cat. And this white cat must have got wet at some point, must have fallen in a river or something, because this white cat is absolutely dripping wet. And Marcy's helping now by generally moving my hand off the mouse every time I'm trying to use it. But yeah, there's a white cat in the spirit world, most certainly. Okay. There's more than one person with glasses as well. I sort of saw someone with glasses very briefly, and then, you know, I was told there are several people with glasses. I don't know if there's like myopia or something, you know, something that affects the eyes that runs in your family or runs in a family that you know. But there are a number of people with spectacles, you know, that's what they're showing. And I'm also being told, Cat Mama, that you're going to be kind of out there. You're going to be a bit like the energy of Leo, you know. You're going to need to like show your best side, show yourself off a bit. And I don't think you're a show-off person. You seem quite kind of inward-looking sort of person to me. And there is nothing wrong with that. That's wonderful. That's what the Hermit card is always telling people. But you're going to have to be out there, Cat Mama. Okay. And like, put your best foot forward. Be willing to put on a bit of a show, okay? Because this is beneficial to you. Something beneficial is coming towards you when you do that. Let's cut the deck and see what we've got. The Wheel of Fortune. Right, and this, I guess, is why you've got to be out there, even though you're an in-here sort of a person, Cat Mama. Okay, this is what it's all about. You're kind of on this Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is actually going to stop at some point. You're going to have to do a lot less kind of running. Feels like you have to run to stand still, really, and you're going to have to do less of that running. Things are going to get easier, but it's going to really take you going out there and being out there and getting your message out there to really kind of get you where you, get you where you need to be. And you're saying, yeah, I'm an introvert. I understand. I am as well, actually. Believe it or not, you know, I like going on YouTube and doing this, but I am. Yeah, I really have always been an introvert. That's how I got to be a church organist, actually, because you get to kind of sit in a loft with a curtain around you. Everyone can hear you, but no one can see you. No one even knows who it is. It's perfect. It really is. Oh, okay. Let's take a look. Aspie Third Eye. Let's take a look. Lost my kitty to the cancer on Wednesday. Oh, I'm so sorry. Didn't get the job I applied for either. So I applied for 4 more. May have to take a big step down in life. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Aspie. That is, you know, I know what it's like losing an animal friend. You know, it's really sad. Really sorry to hear that. You didn't ask for a card, but I'm very tempted to pull one for you. Which deck are we going to use? We are going to use Work Your Light at this point. I'm going to pull a card for Aspie about that. So you applied for 4 more. I mean, that's great because that's up and at them. Never mind, you know, what might have knocked you down, what might have felt kind of unhappy energy, I suppose. And obviously it's unhappy to lose your little kitty friend. So sorry about that. But, yeah, not getting the job, you know, you're up and at them and you're fighting back, and that's what really matters. Let's do a card on that. Okay. Unbound is the card. Unbound, and it says, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Okay, so this is great, right? In terms of you actually being up and at them and applying for 4 more jobs, you really have broken a link with the past there somehow, Aspie. All right, things are going forward for you, and it will be rewarded. You will be rewarded because you have made quite a big move there. Okay, but I'll keep that in mind as you go forward. Think about releasing old soul patterns. Maybe never mind, maybe. Yeah, something is going to come up which is kind of different to any kind of work you've ever done before. I think you'd know a bit about that because I think you know what jobs you've been applying for. It's going to be a job that you just kind of thought you'd apply for but didn't think you'd get. Something along those lines is going to be powerful, okay? Because it is a break with the past and it is something different. It really is. Okay, Celtic Tarot Sheila has to get back to work, but yes, please join Celtic Tarot Sheila and I live on April 29th, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Be there or be square. Well, I'll certainly be there. I hope you guys will be there as well. And thanks for that, Sheila. I always enjoy meeting your people, and I always enjoy your energy and being on your channel too, which is great stuff. Okay. Aspie, you're very welcome. I wish you the best of luck with that. And I'm so sorry that you've had that loss in your life. That is just so hard. Okay, now then, Austin ADM, coming to you, sir. Thank you very much for being with us this evening. Could I possibly get a spirit reading, please? Yes, you can, my friend. And actually, while I've got this deck in my hand, I was about to put it down and reach for something else, but I'm being told no. Use this deck. Okay. Card I've got for you, Austin. Just say yes. Reminds me of Ronald Reagan, actually, when Nancy had set up that whole thing about just say no to drugs, and he got up and said, remember, just say yes. So, but this is turning things around. This is This is an opportunity to turn things round, okay? This isn't something that's going to come. It's with you now. It's actually around you at the present time, Austin, okay? And as we look here, we've got these three characters with robes on doing a kind of a sacred looking dance. It looks kind of sacred to me. And they're under the light of the moon, which is sending a sort of beam of light down. This always reminds me of chakras. There's only three of them in this case, but they look like chakras, you know. And so think about the chakras, Austin, okay? Think about, you know, if something's bothering you at the moment, don't so much kind of do a chakra meditation to shut things down and defend yourself from it. Try and go with the flow with it, my friend, okay? Because there is something new coming in for you, a new way of working. And it's so difficult when they keep giving us new ways of working. Believe me, I know, because you just get sort of interrupted in mid-flow and you think, well, why did you teach me the last way of working if this is going to happen? But no, it's something positive. It's going to be more strings to your bow. Okay, this energy is around you at the moment. Let's take a closer look at the card here. Yeah, I don't think it shows on, excuse me, I don't think it shows on the screen very well. But if I bring this right up close, I see the character with the hands at the top there. There's like a streak of lightning coming out of the hands and running around. So this is something like hands-on healing, some kind of healing energy going on there. All right. Now, I don't know if this is you needing to get healing or needing to give healing, but there is definitely almost electric healing energy with you at the moment, Austin. And that would explain why there's a feeling of change coming in. Okay. But more than anything, my friend, just say yes to it. Okay. That's the thing to do. That's the way to go. Austin, great. Well, great. Thank you for your question, my friend. Thanks for your support as well. Excuse me. Lisa says the three fates, the three graces, the three furies, the power of three. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it made me think of the Three of Cups as well, where you get this kind of upward spiral. And that's what threes really are all about, you know. So I sincerely hope that helps you, my friend. Thank you kindly. Philip Corrigan, me and my spiritual workers are sending out lots of healing to anyone who needs it tonight. Brilliant, because there is a lot of healing needed in this world, actually, at the moment. I think there always has been. I think there always will be, as it happens. But yeah, most certainly. Okay. Sheila, Inquisitive Tarot. By the way, Twig Brother, you gave me a reading once and told me that I need to meditate. I said that I couldn't. That may change. I'm going to take your advice. Brilliant. Yeah, good luck with it. What you'd have to do with meditation, you just have to just keep going, you know. And it seems mad at first, but it does make a difference. It really does take you places. It really is a journey. So best of luck with that, Sheila. The more you do it, stuff will just start coming to you. Stuff will just start working out and happening, you know. Okay, Mad Who P is with us. Good evening, Mad Who, or good afternoon, morning, or night, wherever you are in the world. Please, can you pick a card for me? I certainly can, but I'm being told to put this deck down. And I'm being told to pick up the Moonology deck. We now have two cats in the room. We might get another cat visit in a minute, and wouldn't that be a good thing? Hey, Puss, wanna come and say hello? Come on then. Here we go. Look, this is Tinkerbell now with a patchy looking tail there because she's been out fighting, haven't you? You naughty girl. Right, Mad Who P, here we go. Your hard work is paying off. Okay, and the energy of this card is new moon in Capricorn. So things are kind of, I would say right at the beginning, you might not really feel that things are paying off. All right, what I'm really being told here is that something's paid off, but you're not aware of how far reaching that actually is, or how far you're going to, how far you're going to go with it. Hiccups are saying I'm on the money, so I'm happy to hiccup, really, because it says that. But Capricorn, okay, Capricorns hang on very tight, yeah? And that's the thing to do, is kind of hang on, keep on hanging on, okay? Keep on keeping on and hang on. Hang on particularly to this is, I'm really aware that something's changed recently, you know? It's not just a one-off, it's not a temporary thing. okay, but you've got to hang on to it, really, okay, because what it's all about is your hard work is paying off. And I feel I've got to tell you that, Madhu, because I don't think you're aware how much your hard work is actually paying off at the moment. But one day you'll look back and you'll realize that about 3 or 4 days ago was like the beginning of something new, something positive in your life. Got you another card, Madhu. Thought I just felt tempted to pull another one out. What we've got here, disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. Okay. And that is really important too. Okay. Because with all the progress that you've started making, this is the beginning of a lot of progress. You've got to breathe in to take all that progress in, but you've got to breathe out too. Okay, it's really important because there's so much energy going to be coming in that you're really going to have to let some of it go. And it's the old conveyor belt of abundance. Yes, it was great. It's the old conveyor belt of abundance. Okay, as things start to go well, make use of it. Use that energy while it's there. It's so important to do that, because if you kind of hoard the energy up for a rainy day, seems to make a lot of sense. But why, there's no room for new abundance to come in if you hang on to it. So try and let it go, Madhu. Try and keep moving. Okay. Hey, thanks so much for your question. Sheila says, I love cats. Need to renovate. That would be too difficult for a cat when I start. Once I retire, I'll try again. Well, I'm sure a cat will find you, Sheila. Okay. We go without sometimes. My last cats, Carlton and his brother Piper, they were both boys. They passed away, and it was about 3 or 4 years. There was no cats here, and mice were starting to take over. Say hello, Tinky Wink. It's Tinkerbell. Mm-hmm. And mice were starting to take over. And cats came along, and it happened. It just happens when the time is right. They will find you because you've got so much to offer them. Okay, Christina A. Can you let me see where my box is, please? Sorry, just talking to the cat here. Christina A. Andy, what is Ivan's energy towards me now, or is it Ivan? And how much longer until he messaged me back? Okay. Right. Well, my guide says 3 months. That's quite a long time. I don't feel like you want to wait that long. Let's do some tarot and just see what's going on with this, Christina. Okay. Right. 10 of Cups. Pretty positive. Okay. That's like the happy ever after card. Okay, so I feel it's kind of quite strong. I think we've talked about Ivan or Ivan before. I think we talked about him last time. And I think it's kind of pretty much the same energy here, When it's going to be the 10 of Cups, when it's going to be a happy ever after thing, there needs to be quite a lot of thought going into it, because people know this is it. Once I make this move, it's not going to change for a long time. And it's going to be something that neither of you ever want to change. So what's happening is that I don't think it's just him. I think it's fate generally is taking its time to compound things, to make things good. To make things good. But this is his energy towards you. It's the 10 of Cups, and your cup runneth over, as the scriptures say, So keep thinking positive if you possibly can, Christina. I know it's difficult when the special person doesn't get in touch, it's really hard to take sometimes. But it's all going in the right direction, my friend. Hope that helps you. Thanks so much for your question. Now then, okay. And do one for Sharon Lee in a second. Just before I do, though, right, I just want to say, please, there's the thing going along the bottom there, coffee.com/twig, and there's a clicky link down in the description below. If you want to click on that, take a look at the coffee site and possibly show me a bit of love, show me a bit of appreciation. Buy me some tea or coffee to go in this ridiculous cup. That is always welcome. And if anybody would like a private reading, my email address is there as well, 35and83@gmail.com, just like it's going across the bottom of the screen there. Okay. Right, Sharon Lee, and I'm still with the Cosmic Tarot at this point. Could you pull a card for me? General or re-contract job? Lots of training, hoping I remember everything. Right, well, I'll pull a card for you and we'll see which area of life this is going to address. Right, ooh. Okay, the Moon and the Two of Pentacles came out at the same time, so we'll do both of those, okay? Now then, I feel this is general, and I actually feel it plays into job and contracts and things like that as well. Lots of training. Right, well, this is particularly relevant to training when we get the Moon, because there is that danger of being led by a false light. And the question is, Sharon, whatever you're training for, might you be kind of training for something that's it's not going to take you in the wrong direction, but it might be kind of a bit of a deviation for your path. Maybe you want to take a straighter path with this. What I feel, Sharon, is that as if you're doing this training because it's going to play well in the workplace. Someone high up is going to appreciate the fact that you're taking this training seriously, in which case, keep on with it, because you've got to do that. But it's more that it's going to get you enough smarty points to sort of do better in another direction. It's not 100% relevant. That's what I got. Also got the Two of Pentacles here, right? This is pretty good, but it's a juggling act, okay? So there is a lot going on, and this is why I couldn't really pin down whether this was a general reading or a job type reading, okay? Because work-life balance, lots of juggling going on there at the moment, okay? But this character is really grounded, and he's got his feet on the two round stepping stones. He's standing on the abundance. So Sharon, stand on the abundance of the past. Remember stuff that's worked for you in the past. Be ready to use the skills you've got in whatever you're training for at the moment, and ultimately in your workplace, because that is what really matters. Okay, I sincerely hope that helps you. Yes, lots of juggling. Yeah, this is the way it goes. It really does. And as Erin Sun very kindly put up there, and where have we gone here? If you'd like a private reading, yeah, please email me at that email address, which keeps going along the bottom of your screens at this very moment. Okay. Jackie Walters, hi. Really glad you could join us. So good to see you, Andy. So good that you're with us, Jackie. Welcome. My cat Nimbus is watching with me today. Wonderful. I like this. So many people have got cats watching around the world as we go, which is great, because my cats are watching from Wales. And I don't know if you can see. No, she's too low down. But Tinkerbell is really close to me, actually, and she's asleep. Marcy is asleep in front of the fire, but that's Marcy for you. She's a real fire lover, is Marcy. She just comes in, looks to see if the fire's lit, and goes to sleep in front of it, which is great. Sharon, yes, do stand on that abundance. That's it. It's important to do that, because whatever brought you that abundance in the past is going to do things for you in the future. It sure is. Okay. Jamie, how do I get a message? You've got one, my friend. Okay, there must be one coming. Just to explain, I don't work a list, okay? I'll do you a message now, my friend, okay? I don't work a list. I let my spirit guides draw me to comments that people put on the screen. Now, because of that, it can take a while to actually get a message, okay? Let's put that up, okay? But guys, when you type your question in, okay, right-click and mouse over your question and just copy it, okay? Copy, and then you can paste it in again if I don't get to you, or if I'm taking forever. Okay. Michelle Hott, thank you, Andy. Appreciate everything you do for us. Michelle Hott, I appreciate you too. All of you guys, I really do. Guys, really lovely little message there, that is. Thank you so much. Okay. Just want to know if my guides have any advice. Okay. Let's see what we can do then. Right. They have been trying to send you some advice, Jamie, actually. I think you've got it. The feeling is I've got it. Yeah, they are trying to send you some advice. Pay attention to dreams you've had in recent times, okay? And I think this would be quite strong, probably in about the last, I want to say 5 days, 6 days, something like that. There's a dream, and it's not just one dream that recurs, but there's like a dream every night in the last few days, is what I'm being told. And they may be different dreams. It's not a recurring dream, but there's a recurring theme if you can get in there, Jamie. Write your dreams down as you go. Okay. Card I've got for you is the King of Pentacles. Excuse me. Oh, I get hiccups when I'm getting it right. So it's good news. King of Pentacles. Just a second. Right, Jamie. King of Pentacles, okay. Enjoy your life, okay. Enjoy your life. You are going to be making steps forward fairly soon, okay. But keep taking the attitude that you want to enjoy your life, right? Sometimes we need to kind of to draw in abundance. We need to go through a time when we've got less abundance. That isn't the case here, Jamie, okay. You're meant to kind of have abundance coming in, okay. You're really meant to have it coming in. Make the most of it. Actually enjoy it, okay. What we've got here is the King of Pentacles has set his table out. There's lots of good food and drink on there for anyone who wants to come along and take part in it, but there is no one partaking. There is no one there. He's all by himself, okay. Whatever effort you're putting in at the moment is not going to waste, though, Jamie. All right, keep doing it. Try and have as much energy as you can, you know. Take more rest if you need to, but try and have as much energy as you can. And it's hard to get a really good rest if you've got dreams coming all the time. Write those dreams down, Jamie, okay? Write the dreams down, and you'll see the common thread, and you'll get the message, and then they'll let you get some sleep again, right? Ask your gatekeeper to help you get some sleep as well. That is so important. It really is. Thanks so much for your question. Okie dokie. Right, Christy E says Alice is on my lap and Gabe is snoozing on the cushion. Good companion cats. Great. Mine are the great companions here, actually. They're just kind of sleeping around the room. They're like draped over things, sleeping as cats so much like to do. Okay. CK Ventures. Oh, right. I think that's a pendulum question, my friend. Let's see what we've got here. Will my investments grow enough so in... Well, I'm not sure what the end of the sentence is there, CK, but let's get you a yes or no answer from the pendulum for that one. Okay, my friend, here we go. Right, yes, they will grow pretty slowly, though, okay? It's a long game. It's a bit like when you buy cryptocurrency. You kind of got to kind of buy the cryptocurrency and see what it's done in a year's time. Bitcoin is down and then you know, slowly comes up a bit, and it's only after quite a long time it pays off. That's the situation with you, CK Ventures. Okay, gotta say it, this is entertainment purposes only. I can't promise anything 100% in this world, because there are always different forces, particularly in business. There are always different forces at play, you know, so tread carefully. But that was definitely a yes from the pendulum, from the spirit realms, okay? So I hope that helps you, CK Ventures, and thanks so much for your question. Hi, Teresa Baltazar. Don't forget to tap the like button, she says. Yeah, great. Thank you for that. Very true. Rupali Khanna is with us. I'm very well, thank you, Rupali. How are you, my friend? Hope things are going well for you at this moment. Okay. Now then, I saw your question. Let me find it again. Right, here we go. Rupali's question for a psychic reading. How is my new boss, Manesh Ravindran, finding my work? Is he impressed? I bet he is, okay? So my first thought is yes, but I'm going to do a card and see where we get with it. Okay. It's going to be one of these again. Right, okay. Well, Rupali, the answer basically is yes, but the card I've got here is this is going to improve things if you take this on board, okay? It says, share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression, okay? I don't feel persecution is a big issue with you there, actually, Rupali, but I don't feel your boss is having an easy time at the moment. I think he's got lots of people breathing down his neck to try and get more work out of everyone. My guides are saying he's happy with you, he's satisfied with you, but share your voice is the main message here, okay? Speak up, Rupali. For example, right, in the days before computers, when people used typewriters, I was a typist actually, and you got some people were a copy typist, and they just, if you put a spelling mistake in or said the wrong thing, they'd type it exactly as you said it. Or the way I was trained to do it was I'd kind of correct things as I went along and made sure it was what the person meant to say, not the exact words that came out. And Rupali, what we need you to do here is actually put more of yourself into it, okay? You're doing great, but if you put more of yourself into it, then you're going to be more outstanding. You're going to shine out more, and it's going to make... you're going to be able to make more of a difference to your own life as you go forward. But since I knew he must be checking my work, well, he's happy with it, Rupali. Yeah, I guess he must be. I guess he would have to be. But I'm being told again and again that he's happy with it. Okay. The only problem is he's not the top boss. He's like a line manager. There's someone in charge of him. There's real... The words that come to me are breathing down his neck, standing over him, making sure he's doing his job well. So, support him all you can, Rupali. But more than anything, be yourself, be you, okay? Because I know you've got kind of quite a powerful spirit when it comes to getting things done. Make the most of that, okay? Hope that helps, Rupali. Thank you so much. You're very, very welcome. You're always welcome. Okay, let me have a look. What's going on? What's going on? Let's go to 50 Shades of Purple against bullying. Love the healing energy of that. Really do. Okay. Earth Mama says, prosperity flows into my house. I pray prosperity flows into your house as well. That is a lovely energy. That is a lovely saying, Earth Mama. And what goes around comes around, Earth Mama. All the good you put out into the world can only bring good. And I know you don't give, not giving it, wanting to receive it, but it always makes a cycle. It's a lovely thing. It really is. Okay. Great to see you too, 50 Shades. Hi, Andy. Great to see you. Can you please tell me if you see me ending up in a love relationship with the person I have fallen in love with? She recently said she just wants to be friends. I wouldn't push it too hard, honestly. Okay, I wouldn't push it too hard. Excuse me. Let's do a card on that and see what we get. Okay. I think if you push too hard, 50 Shades, it'll put her back up and she'll kind of make her mind up and you'll be forever in the friend zone. But I don't feel it has to be that way. I just think that's what's going to happen if you keep pushing at the moment. Card I've got for you, Warrior Woman. Essentially, the Ace of Swords, the energy of this. Have you answered your deepest calling? Okay, and what this is telling me, 50 Shades, is that as she sort of friend zones you, she doesn't really know the full you. And this is why it's so important not to be too pushy. Just let her get to know the real you, because you have hidden depths that she doesn't understand yet. Yeah, that's really where it's at. Okay, and okay, Warrior Woman, it is like, cutting energy, pushing forward, isn't it? But don't push too hard, my friend. Don't, okay? But have you answered your deepest calling? It's your deepest, the depths of your true nature that really, really matter with this, okay? So give it time, okay? Give her time. I don't feel it's going to be forever until something works out. It's going to feel like forever because, when you fall in love with someone, it needs to happen pretty soon, doesn't it? Just keep going though, okay? Just keep going. Be gentle. Don't let her friend zone you too much, but just kind of accept it for now, okay? Because the easier you are to be around, the quicker she's going to find out what's really good about you, okay? Showcase whatever side of yourself that, you know, she isn't aware of yet. I guess that's the thing to do. I really think that'll help matters. Okay. Let's go to Virgo Queen on that note. Hi, will my boyfriend and I be together this summer physically? I get a positive energy around that, okay? I get a positive energy around that, Virgo Queen. Right, big anti-clockwise circle. It's a yes, but it probably feels to you at the moment that you won't be. I think there's some sense of doubt there, okay? But no need to doubt it. It's going to happen. It's not going to happen the way you expect, but it is going to happen, Virgo Queen. All right? Short and sweet. Seriously hope that helps. Let's quickly go back to 50 Shades of Purple. Should I stay in her life? Yes. Yes. Okay. Just don't be pushy, right? That's the main thing. Don't push too hard. But make sure, stay around her. Accept it on her terms for now. That's the thing to do. Accept it on her terms, 50 Shades. Okie dokie. Let us go to Deb 2021. Any message from my guides? Right, here's a deck that we haven't used yet tonight. Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light. Okay. Virgo Queen, great. Good luck with it. Just don't lose heart. Don't lose hope, okay? It's when you get an anti-clockwise spin like that, it's going to be like the last thing you expect. So if it's not looking good, don't worry about it. It's not happening the way you think it's going to, right? But it is going to happen. Okie dokie. Any message for Deb 2021 from her guides? Let's find out. Let's find out. Okay. I feel I've got your grandmother with me from the spirit world, Deb. And I feel she, or whoever this is, passed away, I think, in water, like that, in the sea or a river or something, some kind of association with drowning around this person's passing. And the card she draws me to is Facing Fear. And I get the feeling now, Deb, that in some ways you'll maybe feel like you're drowning in fear. You know, it's like things are just kind of too much. Let's read the card. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Okay, right. I sort of understand this fear. I know what it feels like, believe me. Sometimes it can just be the scariest thing in the world to keep pushing yourself forward. But this isn't so much pushing yourself forward, Deb. This is actually more like keeping going. Okay, I feel you've been putting a lot of energy into your life and into your path, into your journey forward through this life as you've gone along. It's getting difficult now. You know, that there are things coming up that really are quite hard for you to face, but do try and keep facing them as positively as you can, Deb. Okay. Sometimes we feel that we've past it, not in age exactly, but just that we've passed that phase of our life, and you know, something that's coming towards us is, oh, I've done all that. No. Keep on facing what's coming towards you, Deb, because there is newness coming out of it. You know, there is a value in moving forward. There really is. Okay. Yes, my grandmother has passed. Blessings. And blessings to you as well, Deb. Blessings to you as well. I feel I haven't kind of gone all the way there, so I'm going to turn over another card from the top here. Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge. Lead by example and walk your talk. Okay, says it all really, in addition to the facing fear card, okay? The fears that are coming in for you, Deb, at the moment are about a call to action, okay? That's really what it's all about. And so, yeah, you might feel you've been there, done that, but, you know, because you've been there and done that, you've got something to offer, a new situation, which is on its way in at the moment. Excuse me, guys. April says, Andy, you please tell me who seraphim angels are. Gosh, I'd have to look it up, April. I'd have to look it up, my friend. Okay, I'm not sure. I cannot remember. I used to know that. Can't remember, April. Have a Google of it, okay? And it's interesting that's come up. I'm going to have a look in my angel book later. See what comes up there. If I can just stop hiccuping. Okay. Right. Philip Corrigan is here. Sends out lots of good energy, does Philip. He hasn't asked me for a card tonight, but I'm going to do him one anyway. Not least because I have got Keepers of the Light in my hands. Oh, God, these hiccups are getting a bit bad tonight, guys. Dear me. Okay. Right, Philip, here we go. Gaia, Earth connection, right? And the Gaia card says, be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded. I think we were talking about grounding last time I did you a card, Philip, okay? So keep your eyes on the prize as far as grounding is concerned. Really important to do that, okay? Because you are actually you're channeling quite high energies, but you're used to that, right? This is something that's gone on a long time in your life, but you can go higher, you know? And at this time, you're being taken higher, Philip, okay? So come back to Earth, stay grounded, and by doing that, you know, it's going to be safer and easier for you to keep on soaring. Excuse me, guys. I'm always fairly happy with hiccups because it means that I'm kind of getting things right. But at the moment, if you're listening, spirit guides, the hiccups are so bad I can hardly get a word out. So please, let's have the odd hiccup and more messages, less hiccups. That's what we want. Swaggy Star, hi to you. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Andy, will my boyfriend and I get this townhome first or find out I'm pregnant? Any month that stands out as to when. Right. Right. Let's see what the tarot has to say about this. Two of Wands. I feel this is answering the last part of the question. I feel we're looking at February. I think we're looking at the second month, and that's when the winds of change really blow. Okay, so I think we're looking at next February. As I read townhome, I thought of down home, and I think you're going to be kind of quite the down home type mama type person. I can see you doing that. So certainly, finding the home comes with the children. The children and the home go together. Very hard for me to pick up on which happens first, actually. Let me just totally do this on a psychic level without cards a minute. Right. Yeah, finding out you're pregnant first, okay? Because by the time you find this home, you're actually looking for a place that's good with kids, and you're not just looking for a place that's good for kids. Because you think you might have them one day. The kids are kind of starting to happen before you actually get the home. He wants to buy this home. Well, I wouldn't try and stop him if I were you. Sounds like a pretty good thing to do. Let's do a card on that as well. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. Pretty good. I think that might mean it's going to be expensive. Okay, but Alice is taking a rest here. Okay, it's making me think if you're resting up, you know. But I would really say, well, I'm pretty sure of February, Swaggy Star. I'm pretty sure of February. That was what came into my thoughts. You know, spirit guides talk into our thoughts, and that's how it came to me. So February's when it happens. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay, can't absolutely swear to it, but I'd say February is when it happens, Swaggy Star. Okay, he likes luxury things. Hey, great. Okay, well, that's no bad thing, actually, because I don't like luxury things, or I didn't used to like luxury things, and now I'm 57 and I haven't got any luxury things, because that's the attitude I had in life. So he sounds like a good kind of person. He really does. Okay, I'd stick with him if I were you. Sounding good, sounding good. Thank you for that question. Laura Carlson, love you too. Thanks so much and blessings to you. Right. Selena is here. Thanks for your question, Selena. Good afternoon, Andy and everyone. Good afternoon to you. I would like to know why female was lying about what happened to her the other day. Okay. Let's go yes or no with the pendulum on that one. See what we get there. It's just twirling. The string's just unraveling at the moment. It always has to do that. It's a Reiki pendulum, you see. It's always good when something needs to heal. This is a yes to lying. Yes. Yes, she was. But let's do it. Let's not just leave that because that's kind of negative. Let's not just leave that hanging in the air. Okay. Right, she was, because we got 9 of Wands, because she's had so much going on. She really wants a blinking rest. Okay, and that was what the lying was about. Okay, but I'm afraid it's a yes to the lie. What more can I say? What more can I say? But hey, thanks for your question and good luck. Good luck with that situation. Hope Purdy, can you please pull a spirit card for me? Yeah, most certainly. Let's see what we've got. Let's get this one out. I haven't used this one for absolutely, well, I used it in a video last week, but other than that, I haven't used it for ages. Doreen Virtues, Ascended Masters. An oldie but a goodie, most certainly. Okay, we'll give this a shuffle for Hope Purdy, and we will pull a card out. Okay. Yeah, Judith, I'll come to you too. I will, my friend. Okay. Right. For Hope Purdy, health and healing, Hilarion. Right, he comes up in the Keepers of the Light deck as well, actually. Very, very powerful energy, Hilarion. Health and healing. And now then, that can either mean that you need to seek health and healing, or health and healing is trying to come to you. And it's the latter in your case, Hope Purdy. You need to let yourself be open to the healing. Okay? Just kind of visualize that you're welcoming this healing into your heart. Because the bright lights in this card are all around Hilarion's heart as we look at it. Really positive energy, though. Okay, really positive energy. And I've got a feeling Monday is a good day for that. So look out for that happening tomorrow. Okay, I hope that helps you, Hope. I really do. Okay. Going to come to Beverly. But Judy, I will be with you too as we go along. Beverly Spencer, do spirits have message for me tonight? Let's find out, Beverly. Okay. You can do it, Beverly. And I'm seeing that situation you and I talked about when I saw something that looked to me like a courthouse with a car outside. Okay, you can do it. Archangel Michael means you got to call in protection, Beverly. Right, call in that protection, most certainly. And ask the angels to let you have a bit of a rest from this. I think you're having to work very hard at life at the moment, but you can do it, Beverly. Right, that's the message. That's what it's all about. Okay. So short and sweet there, really. Okay, but what's happening, Beverly, is things are coming to a head. Okay, there was always going to come this time when things came to a head and got like more difficult than maybe you ever thought they would get, actually. But it's coming to a head. The positive change isn't far away now. Okay, but do ask Archangel Michael for that protection. Just keep remembering, when you do that, Archangel Michael cuts through everything with his great big sword there. And for that reason, you can do it, Beverly. You can do it. You really can. Okay, let us now go to Judith. And just before I do, now I've got Judith up on the screen. Let me just take a look. Okay, Selena, she said she got herself in trouble with the law more seriously than she let on. Yeah, she's trying to take a rest somehow. She's definitely trying to take a rest in some way, Selena. Yeah, she is. Okie dokie, let's go with Judith now. Andy Ma, have a card, you most certainly can. I'm still with the Ascended Masters. I love this deck. I have a great affinity with it. Right, 2 cards, 3 cards. Okay, why not? Why not? 3 come out, you read 3. That's how the cookie crumbles. First card for you, Judith. Horus, you are seeing the situation accurately. Okay, very strong ancient Egyptian images in this card, and a journey across water going on. So what is that journey across water telling me? Right, at this moment, Judith, I'm feeling very strongly that you're kind of thinking, my gosh, something's happening around you and you know it, and you're thinking, my gosh, is that really happening? Have I really got to go with the flow on that? Yeah, you're seeing it accurately, and the universe is throwing this, or bringing this situation around you at the moment because you can handle it. Also got father, husband, brother, son. That is Osiris. So there's a man in your life who you can kind of trust and lean on, okay? But you might have to do something to bring out the best in him. You're going to have to appeal to his better side, Judith. And finally, yes, Ganesh. And the good news here is Ganesh is a great clearer of obstacles, because I feel that this journey we're talking about, when this one came up, is going to be quite a tricky journey, not an easy thing at all. But Ganesh says yes. Ganesh smashes the obstacles out of the way, Judith. Thanks for being with us this evening, and thank you so much for your question. Okay. It's a great deck, isn't it, Philip? I'm loving it. Yeah. Okay. Alea Phoenix. Let's go with Alea Phoenix. Fantastic name. Is the relationship I'm in a long-term relationship, and when will it turn intimate? Wow, right. It's just got to be a question for the Cosmic Tarot. So let's pick up the Cosmic Tarot and have a bit of a shuffle. Thinking about that for Alea Phoenix. Is the relationship she is in a long-term relationship? That's the first question. Right. Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. Not a problem that it's reversed, but the Queen of Wands energy, the Wands are all about getting things done. The Queen of Wands is about taking charge, and the divine feminine really kind of taking charge of what's going on there. It's come up upside down because Alea, at the moment, you're kind of, I feel like you're a bit afraid to push at this time. Okay, someone in the relationship is afraid to push it for it to, to be any more intimate than it really is at the moment. Okay, but that intimacy is there below the surface. Someone's got to push it forward. Okay, you've got to judge the best time to do that, and that brings us to the second part of your question: when will it turn intimate? Okay, let's turn one over. 4 of Cups. Well, a little while, but you know, 4 isn't a very high number. It doesn't look like it'll take too long. But things have got to come together, basically. There's just a need for things to come together. And this guy's sitting here scratching his head at the moment. Looks almost as if he's having a bad time, although he does look fairly comfortable. I think that's just a tarot card kind of posiness there. And he's having a good pose. But look, there's fruit, there's wine, there's good things all around. And there is like a castle in the distance, okay? So it's fairly distant, okay? But there is good energy behind it with the 4 of Cups there, Elia. So don't give up on it, okay? Just keep going and make the most of it is at the make the most of the way it is as it actually is at the moment. And you're saying, yes, I'm afraid to push him into it. Fair enough. Gauge that gently. Give it a little bit of time, okay? Because the castle is what matters here, and it's way back in the distance there, okay? It's way back in the distance, but it is for real, you know? It is for real. It is really there. And the 4 cups in the picture are full. There's also 4 really nice lotus flowers on the ground there. So it's looking good. It's looking good. Just gauge it gently. That's the way to go. That is the way to go. Okay. Let's just do this one, guys, okay? Jamie's saying, can I ask for healing prayers and intentions for 2 of my kiddies? One has cancer and the youngest is ill right now with a bladder infection. Maybe a stone. Okay, well, let's all send our healing thoughts out there, okay? Because we are all cat lovers on this group. I know we are. And I'm sure we want to, you know, send healing to those kitty cats. Okay. Yeah. Best of luck with that. Sam is absolutely sending healing. I know lots of us are at this moment. Alea, you're very, very welcome, my friend. You really are. Okay. Now then, a card for Sally G, please. Why do they? Sometimes I click on them and they suddenly disappear. What happened to that one? Sassy and Odin sending healing love to Sassy and Odin. Odin is a great name, actually. There's a place near here called After Odin, which is Welsh for like the Mountain of Odin. So it's him. Card for Sally G, please. Okay. It's an Emperor kind of night tonight. We've got the Emperor. This is the card for Sally G. Okay, so Sally, right, the Emperor, making the most of what you've got, okay? And we're on the subject of abundance here. Very often when this comes up, I tell people to keep using the abundance so more abundance can come in. It's always good to keep something for a rainy day, but don't save too much. Otherwise, the abundance will stop. In your case, Sally G, slightly different to this, okay? Just hold on to things. Hold on to your energy a bit. That's the main thing about this. You can put out so much energy that you just become exhausted, okay? It's like you're pouring from an empty vessel at the moment, all right? This is number 4 in the major arcana. So you've got the angel number there. Think of the angels. Ask the angels, okay? Ask the angels for help. Ask the angels... I'm going to say ask the angels for more energy, but the way to do that is ask the angels to let you preserve more of your energy for yourself, okay? If you're sending healing, have 10% for yourself. That's how it works, okay? Nothing wrong with asking for that, Sally G, because you really cannot pour from an empty vessel. It's absolutely a fact. It really is. Thanks for your question. Debbie Fitzsimmons asks, is there any way to figure out what or who orbs are? Last couple of nights, my night cameras caught orbs. It only happens every other day. Also looks like it's follow my ground dog in one. That's very interesting. That's very interesting, is that? Okay. Right. The way it is with orbs, really, is you just kind of got to I suppose meditate is the word, but I don't necessarily mean sit down for half an hour with your eyes closed. Go into that meditative part of your mind. Use that part of your mind that kind of has spiritual psychic sight, and just ask who they are. Okay? Ask who they are. It's following your dog. It's interesting. I've seen a lot of orbs, a lot of orbs have been around me. What they really mean is spiritual activity, okay? And they have some kind of affinity with you as well as with your dog. But this is maybe it's another dog, or maybe it's someone who loved your dog, but it's an energy that's very well in tune with your dog, and they tend to follow energy that they can pick up on to keep themselves going, because of course they're spiritual manifestations, which means that they don't have any of their own energy. They need to be getting the energy from somewhere, and it needs to be from someone or something that lights their fire, that makes them tick. For example, right, last Tuesday, I did a spiritual service on Facebook for one of our local church groups. And when I sat down to start the service off, and I put my camera on, I saw two orbs go flying across the room. Slow enough for me to really kind of enjoy looking at them. Yeah. And all that really told me there were spiritual energies there, and I wasn't going to draw a blank when I started trying to work with spirit, and it worked out. It was a really good service. So I don't actually know who they were, but they let me know that there were actually spirit presences in the room with me, ready to work with me, which is very reassuring. So I think the only way you can figure out who they are, what they are, it's not so much figuring it out, it's just asking, okay? And what comes into your mind is going to be right. That's the other thing. You just got to accept that what comes into your mind is going to be right. And that's another thing about doing mediumship. I never know what I'm going to say until I open my mouth and start talking. And that's kind of a scary thought until you get used to it, and then it starts to make sense, because you find if you go with it that way, it tends to come out right. Whenever you're asking a question of the spirit realms, the first thing you hear in your mind is the answer. The very next thing you hear is your brain trying to rationalize it. It's just a fact of life about being human, But it's real, Debbie. Fascinating question, that. Thanks so much for that. Actually, I enjoyed talking through that one. I really did. Okay, just having to scroll now. Right. Okay, well, we're sort of moving towards the end of the session at this point. Okay. I got to admit, right, Lisa was saying I look a bit down just lately, or a bit out of sorts. Can't remember what she said, but she's right. I'm sort of just a bit more tired than usual lately. I don't know what it is. I've been working pretty hard in the garden, and I had that slight letdown with monetizing my channel, which knocked me off my perch a bit. But there we go. Let's do a card for Rick Gonzalez. So glad you're with us. Right, okay. My hand's shot onto another tarot deck, which is this one. It is Tarot in Wonderland, or the Wonderland Tarot. So let's do a card for Rick. Okay. So I'm cutting the deck. King of Swords. Okay, who are you having to walk around eggshells on? No. Who are you having to walk on eggshells around, Rick? Let's get the words right there. This is a mother of a decision, okay? This is a real MF of a decision that needs to be made, okay? There's someone around you at the moment, Rick, who isn't really a problem. I think it's someone you love, actually. I think it's someone you want to help, and you're just having to be so careful, because you can see something that this person can't see, and you're trying to help this person navigate around it, okay? So maybe it's not you who's walking on eggshells. Maybe this person is walking on eggshells. Bottom line, my friend, you can't make an omelette without cracking eggs, okay? That's a fact. And it's the King of Swords. I guess you've got to kind of be the man in the situation. I'm not going to tell you to man up, because I think you are quite a manly sort of person, I really do. But you've got to bring that manned up side of yourself out. That's the way to find an answer to this, really. Okay, that's the way to go with it. But thanks for your question, Rick, and thank you all for your support. Yeah, Philip, please do send me healing tonight. Yeah, I accept all healing energy tonight. I really do. Yeah. Thanks so much. Beverly, you know, she said, Beverly here says, God bless you, Beverly. Beverly says, thank you, Andy, for your energy and reading for us all. You're very welcome. I love doing this. I absolutely look forward to this, you know. It's really hard to explain it, but I know a lot of you who've got this gift that's along the lines of what I've got, or a healing gift, or whatever gift you've got spiritually. It's great fun to use your spiritual gifts. You know, it's if you don't use them, it's like this energy just kind of blocks up inside you. In fact, maybe that's why I'm out of sorts, because I missed the live on Wednesday. And I think I probably would have been happier if I'd done the live on Wednesday. But I was just, you know, when there's a friend in need, you got to go and do the friend in need thing, haven't you? But thanks, guys. You know, wonderful to feel a healing coming in. Thanks, absolutely, everyone. Now then. What does Mitzi say? Mitzi says, what if Stonehenge is missing our human interaction? Join me in meditating with Stonehenge in your spare time this week. Great idea, actually, because the energy is building up now. We've gone through spring equinox. We're coming to summer solstice, and that's when Stonehenge is totally in its power. So that is a good idea. Yeah, I will take care of myself as best I can. I really will, Lisa, and thank you so much for that. Okay. Question from Julianne. Andy, will I be financially able to retire this year? I am going with the pendulum on this one. Okay, going with the pendulum on this one. Love you too, Marty. By the way, thank you so much. Sharon Lee, yes, I understand. Same with healing work. It's an energy that runs through you and the client. Miss it when I can't do it. Yeah, me too. Me too. You know, it's lovely that people say, you know, thank you, and I really appreciate it, guys. But I love doing it, and I appreciate you guys being here, you know, for this. There's like 36 people watching right this second. There was about 45 at one point tonight. Now, when I go out and take a service in the spiritualist church, I'm lucky if there's 15. So, you know, it's wonderful to have you guys around. It really is, and I hope you'll keep on joining me Wednesdays and Sundays at this same time. Julianne, Andy, will I be financially able to retire this year? Look at the circles this pendulum's doing. That's the strongest response I've had tonight, Julie. I think that's a pretty emphatic yes there. I really do. Looks pretty emphatic. Gail K, just here to support today. Well, thank you so much. Well, Marty, I would love to go out into the garden and breathe, but actually it's 10:30 at night here, so I might not do that because I might trip over something, but I'll be out there breathing tomorrow. I really will. Okay. Hi, Carrie Gibson, by the way. Nice to see you. Now then. Okay, I'm going to make this the last question of the night, guys, all right? Because I can feel my energy's kind of... But here we go. You're very welcome, Julie. And I'm glad you remember my channel. It's good to have you around. Mary Hernandez Walker. Will my daughter Madeline be successful in her military endeavors? Good pendulum question here. Okay. Right. While the pendulum's tuning itself in, right, I feel that your daughter is very suited to the military. Yeah. The pendulum's giving me a yes as well. But she's well, I'm getting a yes from the pendulum, Mary. Okay, but I'm feeling she's really well suited to it as well. I think you might have to build her up a bit. Maybe she doesn't really believe she can make it, but she can. The military's good like that. If you really give yourself to the military, it will bring, you know, something positive out of you. When I joined, I was in the British Air Force, and when I joined, I was quite young, and people said it'll either make a man or break a man, and I'm sure that applies to women as well. And in reality, I found it was a bit of both. I saw it made me. I saw it break people, but everyone it broke, the sergeant and the corporal got with them, and they kind of built them up. There's one or two left, but they just kind of didn't like the whole thing, you know. The people who really got broken by it really pulled themselves together and made something of themselves. So I wouldn't worry about it, Mary. I got a yes there, and I really think your daughter's got a lot to offer the military and vice versa. I really do. Philip, hope my phone is going to be okay. Well, may blessings be on your phone, Philip. That's all I can say. Oh, guys, that's another thing that knocked me for 6 this week, right? Literally for 6. I had an iPhone 6. That's what I was doing all my filming on. And Apple released an update. And suddenly it was rubbish. I kept losing all my blooming work that I did. So I needed to upgrade. And I just spent all my money. And I got an iPhone X. So it'll last a good few years before it goes out of date that way. But with an iPhone X, oh, God, you've got to learn it. It's a whole new way of having an iPhone. It's been driving me nuts. So I hope your phone is good, Philip. I really do, my friend, because I hope it serves you for a good time going forward. I do. Julie M says, 6 is my number. Born on the 6th day of the week. Great. And here we are on the 7th day of the week. Or is this the first day of the week? Some people say Sunday is the first day. To me, it's always been Monday, and that's coming up tomorrow. In fact, friends, that is coming up in just 84 minutes time as we go. So I'm going to just about draw this to a close now. Say thanks, everyone, so much. Let's all say a little prayer for each other in our minds. I'm sure we've all got ways of doing that. Let's all send healing to each other. Really enjoyed the feeling of love and light around our little group here tonight. So I hope you'll join me again, guys. Wednesdays and Sundays at this time, which is 3 p.m. Central USA, and that's 9 p.m. here in UK. Okay, love doing them. I'll be here again on Wednesday. I'll do some uploads before then. I've got to keep them coming. Tuli Lazuli, hang on, I've got to read this one. This is great. Look, my beloved is back, and 2 doves danced above us in the tree. Knew he'd be back. In a glorious, joy-filled mating display. It really happened, he said. That's really rare. There you go. Shows you it's a real thing. Shows you it's the real deal. Tuli, I'm absolutely delighted for you. That's great, because I know that kind of knocked you out a little bit when he disappeared. But people disappear sometimes. Anyway, the hiccups are so bad now. Guys, coffee.com/twig 35and83@gmail.com. Links down in the description to that and all the other good things. And as our spirit guides step back into the wonderful universe of the Great Spirit, let's be thankful for what they've brought to us tonight. And let's always keep the faith until we meet again. So yeah, that was a real positive ending, Gail. Yeah. Oh, thanks all for your support, guys. Love and light to you all, particularly you, Yvonne White. Better late than never. Great to see you. And he's new and improved. Yeah, it always makes a positive difference. You know, everything happens for a reason. Right, I've got to go and jump up and down till the hiccups finish, guys. Anyway, thanks so much for tonight. Love to you all, and light and blessing.